Comparing American grocery stores and Asian markets can reveal a lot about the cultural differences. Growing up as an Asian American, I often found myself struggling to balance being Vietnamese and being American. At the American grocery store, I would feel too not American, while at Asian markets, I almost felt too whitewashed. I often felt underrepresented at American stores like Vaughn's, as their aisle with the Asian foods only had a few packages of rice, maybe 2 or 3 ramens and some soy sauce. It almost felt as if there was nothing that I was looking for. While at the Asian market, there was every sauce imaginable and almost every single ingredient that my mom would need for cooking. Every seasoning, sauce, and brand was familiar. Although yes, I get that every store caters to different people, as American grocery stores have a lot of items that Asian markets don't have, but I just thought that being an American meant that I would automatically fit in. I would be like everyone else, but that wasn't true, as I grew up getting looks whenever I was at the local Albertsons or Walgreens. I realized I wasn't like everyone else. And at the Asian market, I didn't feel like I totally fit in either, because I wasn't fluent in Vietnamese and I couldn't communicate with the workers there. I felt as if I was just seen as the American and not as a Vietnamese who I was. Whenever I was unfamiliar with something at the Vietnamese store or had trouble talking to the workers there, I felt so ashamed. It felt as if I hadn't stayed true to my roots and was slowly becoming more distant from my culture, especially since I spent so much time at school learning about and being surrounded by American culture. As crazy as it sounds, it felt as if I couldn't decide whether I wanted to be more American or more Vietnamese. It was really difficult because I never felt like I embraced enough of either. At school and in public, I didn't really want to show the Vietnamese side of me in fear of being ostracized, since it wasn't the norm. People thought the language and food was weird, and I let myself believe that. However, slowly I started to realize that it's all about balance. I shouldn't have to compromise between my nationality and my ethnicity in order to feel like my true self. I'm proud to be an American and have exercised my rights as one through voting and free speech. I'm also very proud to be Vietnamese because every day I get to learn more and more about how my parents and grandparents grew up in their homeland. I love all of the Vietnamese foods and traditions I have been exposed to and will continue to embrace that side of me, as I no longer feel ashamed that my culture makes me who I am. I find a part of myself at both American and Asian grocery stores, as I see myself as both an American and Asian, and have since realized that I must embrace both sides of me in order to truly foster my identity as an Asian American.